Alright, alright. According to the old YouTube, we are live. Hello, once again, everybody. How are you doing? Good to be with you. Alright, I'm gonna stop being weird. Well, hope everyone is doing well. Just sleep here because it's the middle of the night. So, what to talk about? Well, I think I'll continue riffing on some things I was thinking the other day. So, right. So, despite what has been going on, what's been going down, I'm actually feeling a bit more optimistic for the future. I was just thinking this myself. Now, people do not bring out the big guns unless they're absolutely scared of somebody. And I would say that bringing out the guns that we've seen brought out in this sham of an election, it definitely says to me that the powers that be are absolutely terrified. So, where we have all of the black pilling, all the doom pilling, and everything going on right now, there is, I would say, reason to be optimistic. Reason to not necessarily be afraid as some would want us to be. So, as I was discussing yesterday, there's basically two possibilities here. Either these people actually did what they claim they did. A piece of leather. Or they're just claiming they did as a means to try and blackpill people. Or it's possible they're doing both. It is possible that they did some shenanigans behind the scenes, but they want to appear much larger in scope than they actually are. There could be multiple reasons for doing that. One reason being to show off for everybody else, to try and take all of the credit for what is essentially an anomaly. Like, this required some pretty severely anomalous things to happen in order for it to happen. And so, it's kind of like, it's kind of foolish to be thinking that this is going to be something that they can do every time, unless people don't learn what it is that caused what happened here. So I think number one, the lessons need to be learned from this, and there needs to be a definite attempt made to do what it is that they're claiming to do, which is to fortify democracy. What they did is not fortifying democracy. It is fortifying the pre-decisions that we've made that benefit us. And if you're out there and you're a person that thinks, well, that's just fine. We got the we got the result we wanted and needed, so it's fine for this thing to be done. The question must then simply be asked, what need do they have of you? What need do they have of you? If they can simply come together, make up a narrative, get a bunch of useful idiots to come together and essentially violate the will of the people by, um, running these stories of the elites. What need do they have of you? And the answer is they probably don't have any need of you. So you are quite the fool to think that, you know, once they realize this and start to abuse you, that they will have any reason at all to stop. They won't. They absolutely will not. And we already saw the knives in the back come out as soon as the election was finished. So, yeah, good luck with that. It becomes a not what I would call a self-fulfilling prophecy, but simply a prophecy that that the world has shown to be accurate time and time again. Um, don't think that because you got the toy that you think you wanted now, that you're not going to regret having wanted that toy in the future. Because you probably will. And by that time, it will be far too late. Call me doommongerish or whatever you want, but I mean, history has shown that these people are nobody's friends, and I do find it absolutely amusing, so amusing, that the left that has traditionally opposed businesses in the name of defending the little guy from abuse by the businesses, is now essentially implicated in assisting them to defraud the people of what it is they truly want. Just let big business and all these people tell you what you want, because you don't need to think for yourself anyway. No, what you need to do I need water. Alright, I guess we cut down a tree. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, pardon, Franz. You're gonna die, palm tree. Anyways, that would be my advice for the black pill, doom pill crowd. Mistrust anybody who's going hard on black pilling or doom pilling, because they're just eating up what it is the so-called elites want you to believe anyway. If these people were truly as powerful as they think they are, they would not have needed to resort to the extreme measures that they apparently had to, according to this article. Strawberries are high in fiber. put it in one of the boxes? I think I did. Gonna need that paddle. That should be good enough. Let's go explore some more. And maybe I should get something to drink first. Nah. So due northeast. It's Nemo. Did you know that clownfishes will change gender when a male dies in the family? Never look at little Finding Nemo the same again. Although I'm pretty sure that's old news. If you've been on the internet, you probably know that factoid and many others. But yeah, I mean, so long as you're drawing breath, nothing is ever hopeless. Appear to be suffering some lag there on YouTube. OJ. Pretty. Oh, so deadly. Sunken ship. Go diving for parts and get eaten by a shark. That appears to be what it is. A sunken ship. This must be a wrecking area. They bring ships ashore on islands and take the parts out. Oh, are you kidding me? Rain? Well, better get a shelter built. We're gonna be here for a minute. Maybe. Actually, I'm just gonna turn around and go back. Let's risk it. We can make it. If If we can't make it, we'll die. Southwest. That be the direction. We can make it. We can make it, boys. We can make it. Probably. Not receiving enough data to maintain smooth stream. Well, that seems to be your problem, YouTube. Oh man, I'm getting bounced around all over the place here. Yeah, you seem to be hitting some lag spikes. So apologies for that. Whee! I'm gonna die. Oh, back this way. Not that way. Back this way. Come on. Right here. Right here. We have rations, so as long as we can make it back, we'll be okay. That was a wasted trip. Unless I just wanted to get free water. I was kind of hoping on going and killing some keys. Get some leather. That's gonna be way too darn late to go back. Oh well. Oh well. But yes, black pills and power. So, I think the terrifying is that they're not quite as powerful as they used to be. They don't represent the people's interests as much as they pretend to do. For them, that is the most terrifying thing. And, you know, we've seen well enough that these people are more than willing to abuse their power and abuse the people. Such is why we have, you know, these little consenting government. There's a lot of people out there that don't quite understand how we came to the modern political philosophy that we did. They think dumb things like, oh, I need my rights, I want my rights. The rights are the only thing that make me special. And it's like, there's a little bit more of a thought out process than something like that. Find axe, blue hammer, 4 sticks, 1 line. I should have most of them, I think. Anyways, yes, continuing the theme. Things are not as bleak as they seem. What I would consider a bleak thing would be if people refuse to learn the lessons that they should be learning. Um, but that all comes down to personal responsibility and personal accountability and all that good fun stuff. Um, Ultimately, that'll come down to the people. I would say that probably one of my greater criticisms of the MAGA movement, the Trump voters, the I would say including the resistance and everybody else is they expect things to be done for them. They expect things to just magically work out their way so long as they vote. I would say the vote is the first step. It is a good first step, but not the only step. It's a bit like when Styx is criticizing the white nationalists, and you know, he says, hey, if you're worried about the white race disappearing, you know, maybe you should go out and have babies. And they're like, fuck you, Dad, you don't get to tell me how to live. And it's like, okay, if that's all you value, you know, your existence and supposedly this crusade that you care about, if that's all you, if you can't be bothered to do it, why should anybody else be bothered to do it? The only reason would be that it is profitable for somebody. And let me remind people who may not know this, it is, and you would know this if you knew anything about pharmaceuticals, it is more lucrative to market a treatment than it is to market a cure. So anybody who is going to be financially inclined to guarantee the future of your race is going to be more financially inclined to license the existence of that race for continued power. And boy, oh boy, do we see that in fucking the modern world, you know. I mean, we're just supposed to turn a blind eye to that, you know. We're not supposed to see things like that. Close your eyes, citizen. Go back to sleep. Yeah, you shouldn't expect anybody to want to guarantee anything you believe in any more than you do. And if the most you can be mustered to worry about it is, hey, I'm going to throw a vote a certain way and expect the world to work out in a manner that I would find, that I would appreciate. And if that's all that you can be bothered to care about your supposed future, then, well, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. It's probably never going to happen. Mind you, I don't condone, I don't like racists and supremacists and whatnot. I disavow them. 2 rocks. I don't think I have 2 rocks on this island, but I have something that can get me rocks. Soon as I can figure out where I put it. Jeez, I keep walking past it. You'd think I'd remember where it was. Unless maybe I put it in one of the boxes? Let's check the boxes. I don't know though. It's not exactly the deepest thought. Maybe not even the most original thought. But it's just something that I was thinking, you know? Like, things would not be the way they were if they were not that drastically important to the powers that be. And that they're that drastically important to the powers that be says to me that they're absolutely terrified. I don't want people to be terrified for for terror's sake. But I do want people to have a healthy respect for the relationship between the governed and the governors, which is something that we've seen eroding for quite some years, even before a lot of current politics that the younger folk might be learning about. So yeah, just something to keep in mind, you know. When people tell you it's hopeless, you know, they're probably wanting you to believe it more than anything else. Where is that darn pick? Two rocks. That's it. Great, now I need lashings. So I need a stick and my refined axe and we can do this. But where did I place my axe? My axe and my axe. Did I see the Time article yet? I have not seen it, but it is all the internet is talking about. I was actually musing about this today and yesterday. I don't know if you caught the beginning of the stream, but uh, my impression of what is going on is there's basically two ways to interpret it. It did happen the way that they're claiming it happened, um, or it did not happen the way that they claimed it happened, but they want it to appear that way. So it's either brain games and demoralization, or it's an admission of what they did. So yesterday, that's basically what I was kind of musing and rambling on, is that uh, it very much seems um, that they can't help but brag about having done something to defraud the voters. I mean, yeah, they do kind of want to be Bond villains. So I was kind of expanding on that thinking today. Um, it could be that it's a mix of the two, that shenanigans were attempted and done in the background, but with debatable efficiency, and that it could be they're thinking they achieved more than they actually did, because a lot of this was due to the supposed pandemic. Now, I don't think a person can just wish a pandemic into existence, but we shall see, because this has definitely been the blueprint of um, fraudulent activity and will be going forward. Anybody who says otherwise is a fucking idiot and should not be trusted. But to be fair, old tricks are these are all old tricks anyway. Create a crisis, create a means to change things to suit your way, win by unfair means, and then claim, well, it's too late to do anything about it now. What do you want us to do now? Go back and change everything? We can't do that. They've been priming to use it with SARS, MERS, and all that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, what people need to realize is that it's not a good thing. It's just straight up the old quote is what it is. Those who would give up freedom for security will lose both. That's what this is. That's exactly what this shit is. Just like BLM tried to make Breonna, but ended up with Floyd. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just the whole implication of there's a lot in there that is basically just confirmation for things we already knew were happening. That it's not necessarily that it's any big surprise that all of that went down. I'd say it's more like a confirmation of things that we knew were happening, like the activist, whatever you would call it, the activist angle, where they talk in the article about how, we used our activist cabals to get what we wanted, and it's like we pretty much already and always knew that. So there's very little new under the sun here. So I got a plank station. What the hell do I do with it? Make planks. Plank scrap. Plank station wood log. Let's try it. We have who, where, when, what, why, and how can RICO come from this? Well, if we had law enforcement that was willing to do their jobs, but we've seen they're more than willing to stand down on politics. So, well, there may be some honest cops out there who might be willing to take up the case, you know. More and more, it feels like we're in fucking Chinatown, you know. We'll get some saber rattling about we're gonna investigate, and we're gonna figure out. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But I just have seen, you know, and everyone has seen too much from before here to now, where law enforcement will make a speech about how we need law and order, we need yada yada yada, and then ultimately all we get is nothing, nothing. Like, you know, ye old Antifa. It's not hard to to solve this problem. All you really need to do is enforce laws and statutes and whatnot. We see people like it's funny, right? This is probably one of the greater ironies that is being missed of the current shenanigans and goings on. The government uh, can enforce mask use, right? Government, however, cannot enforce not non-mask use. So we can't make it illegal to be wearing masks and rioting. We can't do that. We can tell you if you go outside without a mask on, you will be fined. You will go to jail. You know, we will do everything we can to jam a fucking serrated knife into your anus and turn you inside out. I have a fucking wood log, though. What do you want me? What do you want me to do? There, I put the wood log on it. Is that good enough? They're really gonna make me balance this thing on top in order to make planks, huh? This silly game. Yeah, I'd be all in favor of it, to be perfectly honest. I would. We do need a return to law and order. Um, Absolutely do. A message really needs to be sent to the businesses. Do not interfere in the processes. But that's quite the tall order. I mean, we hear people constantly whining on both sides about interference of special political groups and special and business interests and whatnot. Both sides whine about it, but yet nothing gets done, which should tell you exactly how much they actually care about that issue. It's depressing though if you get too deep into it. But like I was saying, you know, if this was all as easy as they want to make it seem, they wouldn't have to be doing what they're doing. They'd just come right out and say, "All right, look, these nuts, we own everything and we win." And you might interpret the goings on, you know, the article as them saying exactly that, but I don't interpret it that way. I interpret it as wishful thinking. I interpret it as them wanting things to be that way. Occupy Wall Street was easily distracted by the 1% with motions. Well, yeah. That, and I think Occupy Wall Street didn't have a clear idea of who they were, of what they wanted. Because it's like, okay, you want what exactly? Well, we want change and we want it now. Like a vague list of demands, or just outright whining what it seemed in some cases. You know what I'm saying? Identity politics. How about that? Isn't that weird? How identity politics and wokeness end up serving the businesses better than they serve everybody else. It's a bit like environmentalism. You know, everybody thinks environmentalism is about protecting the environment. No. Environmentalism is about giving businesses advantages over smaller businesses and competitors. Somebody once put it that, you know, it's easier for something like some place like Walmart to you know, put up fire extinguishers every 50 feet than it is for some ma and pa upstart to, you know, put money down on stuff that they probably can't afford to waste money on. You know, when you're, unfortunately for people who understand nothing about business, when you are starting out, you want to maximize your returns, which means you want to get the most bang for your buck. You can't be wasting money on things you may not actually need. And some of those things that you may not actually need may be having a fire extinguisher at every corner of your building, and in the middle of the room, and on the rooftop, and in the fucking garage, and in etc. etc. Like outdoor dining, yes. I mean, to see all of how this stuff does not work in the interests of anybody. You know, you have to look at all these fucking restrictions that are being put into place. Like, right now, nobody can be open except by the good graces of the government. But how does one get in it? How does one get in? Well, so you have to, you know, you have to have all of these things. You have to wear masks. You have to wash your gloves. You have to, you know, people have to be 6 feet apart. There need to be inspectors that come in to make sure that everybody's 6 feet apart. Like, all of these supposed safety measures for lung aids more fall in line with business being scummy than anything else. And that should be a fucking eye-opener for anybody else. If you have somebody that can possibly be reasonable, that can possibly be reasoned with, or, you know, that you feel, you know, you need to make an appeal to and make one last effort to try and get them to understand exactly how things are, I would say get them to ask themselves honestly, fucking honestly ask them, you know, get them to ask themselves, do any of these measures work? Can they provably work? Or are they just measures that make it so that some businesses can be open because they can afford to do the stupidness, and some cannot? Flu season, everyone wants to go to Walmart, yet flu rates don't go up. Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit. Absolutely. Gonna take my bed. How are we looking? We're hungry. Well, we're gonna go get us some food. Yeah, you can point out something like the flu just magically disappearing, and people will, you know, they won't really be able to process that. And it's like, it's because of the way the numbers are being manipulated. And if you don't believe that numbers are and can be and are manipulated at the convenience of businesses and politicians, then I have a fucking bridge in Nevada to sell you. I have some prime waterfront property right there in the middle of Las Vegas to sell you. think most they're killing are getting bacterial pneumonia from masks. Absolutely. I was having a conversation with a coworker about this the other day. Um, you know, most people are probably getting more sick from the mask usage than they are from lung aids because, and this is a thing I talk about I talk about doorknobs when people start really getting paranoid about sickness and disease and stuff, and I ask, well, how often do you clean down the doorknobs in your house or other surfaces that you touch on a daily basis? How often are those surfaces cleaned? If you were really worried about disease and sickness, those would be cleaned on the daily. You know, first thing in the morning or last thing of the day, middle of the day, whichever time of the day you want to do it, you should be disinfecting that shit. Same with the masks. If you're worried about getting diseases, then you should be either using clean masks every time, so either disposable or, either disposable or wash the masks that you have. I worked in a clean room, fresh masks every time, still kennel cough and mask rash. Yeah, I mean, I'd believe it. You know, I've felt I felt recently, you know, that since and I work, so a bit of disclosure, I am an essential worker, as it were, and in order to stay employed, you know, we have to follow guidelines, CDC guidelines. One of which being wearing masks, and I absolutely feel that I feel much worse this year, and I don't believe that I have two beliefs on lung aids. I believe that I and everybody else has probably caught it before and just never realized it. And that the just the overall feeling, the sickness of so wait a minute, I have a bed. I can do something like this. Haha. Oh, I see. That's clever. So now I can put the paddle, put the bed in there. Clever, clever. Let's go kill us a pig. Wait, can I throw my spear? Oh, nice. I can melee and throw it. Didn't know that. Yes, yes. Pigs. Fry them like bacon. Oh, man. Plus, I'll get leather from... I wonder where they are. Don't tell me I hunted them all this extinction on this island. I don't think that's possible in this game. I think once I upgrade, once I get enough money for upgrading to a better computer, I'll invest in cool graphics and stuff and try and put on the appearance of a professional streamer. I want to have all the cool widgets and cool little subscribe to me on, hey, a snack. Aw. I didn't mean it, Mr. Snake. Yes, I did. Sneck skin boot time. That was awesome. You've been junk grading. Yeah, I've been running the same rig for quite a number of years, so I'm thinking that it's not gonna last forever. Yes, no step on Sneck, just kill him. Oh, hey, Mr. Crab. Wacha! Oh shit, where'd the spear go? Did you break my spear? Did you break my spear, you asshole? He broke my spear. Oh, you. You. Oh, just you wait. I'm gonna get you, Mr. Crab. I'll teach you to break my spear. Yeah! Teabag! How you like that, biatch? He de-rezzed. Just like that movie, Tron. I-750 going no faster than F6. Disappoint. Well, at least you gave it the old try, and you learned something. The lesson learned is never try. Hey, wait. I think everything on this island is dead. I've accomplished my revenge! I swore to you assholes I'd come back and genocide this fucking island. And I've made good on that promise. You sons of bitches. When I was poisoned, you thought you were all powerful. Well, now, you're all dead. Sub-Zero. Just plain zero. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. Get out of here. Get back to the island. But I hope you have enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it into your stomach. $377, you need to find a board. Yeah, I'd considered that at one point instead of just going to an entirely brand new parts of the latest variety, trying to upgrade this. I want to say this is a quad-core i5? I want to say it's an i5 I'm running. I think they still make i5, so they probably still make parts. So that may be an option rather than a straight upgrade to, you know, something crazy. On the other hand, I kind of would like to keep this computer and have a secondary computer. So as to have one for gaming exclusively. Well, okay, no, not gaming exclusively. What are you doing? I'm gonna poke you. You don't stop, I'm gonna poke you. I'll poke you. Why am I poking the ground? Why you no poke crab? Those early Ryzens are cheap now, even selling as refurbs off lease. Oh yeah? That might be an option then. I might have to look into that. At the very least, I could upgrade this rig, keep it, and then create a new rig that off of new parts. But the question becomes, if I change and upgrade the parts, is this still the original computer? Oh, ouch. I am sunburned. Time to go for a swim. Not a bad idea. Sneck meat. How come I didn't get the sneck skin? Ooh, that's better. We must get back though. Time to go mobile. Pizza? Gary? Gotham City's not even known for that pizza. How is this keeping in line with our New Year's resolution? I expected more from you, Gary. I expected more from my men. Oh snap, it's raining. Oh, that old i5 and a newer board with USB 3, 8 SATAs and all that. I mean, that does sound kind of sexy. I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, maybe I will do that. But, probably, I don't know, I'm thinking of maybe building the newer rig first. That way, you know, I can start concentrating on finding the parts for the i5. That'd be cool. Probably gonna need a good dusting off of the old components. How am I doing? How am I doing? Starving. F6 100 age appropriate board, USB 2 and only 4 SATA. I think more than anything else, I'm going to need to upgrade the storage on this thing. Since I do renderings and videos, that's one of the things that I did notice right off the bat is how much space I ended up using. I'm considering building like a server or something. That might be something for storage. And of course, I'm going to be using multiple computers for rendering and whatnot. Might be good to have access to files across a number of PCs. 240 gigabyte SSD are like 24 to $25 new. Hey, that's an idea. Yep. I'll just have to get someone to buy me one, that's all. Or build me one. Not enough room. Seriously, I don't like this game's inventory management. It's a pain in the ass sometimes. Time to smoke these fools. Haha, haha. I smoked them. Oh yeah. That stupid crab broke my spear. What's the point of upgrading the spear if it breaks that easily? I don't understand. Who are these people? Where do they come from? What is up with that? Warning with SSD. They sit without refresh 3 to 6 months and they lose info fast. Ew. Oof. That's not good. Now we'll keep that in mind though. That's good advice. So really that would only be good for like a rig that you are using quite frequently. Is what I'm getting. Yeah, so if I do build a gaming PC, it'll probably be used fairly often, so that would be fine. Storage though, not so much. Got it. Also, I end up going Linux. Makes sense. I will eat the snack. If I cannot have the snack Jeff, I will eat the snack Jeff. When you lost that Windows install, that 4 upgrades deep. Oof. Big F. Big F. Did that fire just ding at me? I need water. I know what I'll do. Tomorrow, I will go to that island some trees with a herring. Shocked though, that I-5, all it did was rapid beep. Really? That's really cool. Leather and a crude spear. Craftsmanship leveled up. Where is it? Less than 30 minutes later, is up and putting DVD to MD4. Ain't doing that with Windows. Nope. But I have a crude spear. What are you talking about? Thought I picked one up. One dose. Thanks, Doc. Woo, look at that coconut go. Alright, it's nice and full. Gonna hang on to that for the trip tomorrow. Just like you. Just like you. And I can't believe how frustrating that game was. Good lord. On normal mode, I'm gonna remain salty about that game forever. Oh, man. So, yeah. Let's, what the heck was I doing? I am so enjoying my experience on Minds.com though. It's like the good days before Twitter decided to start changing everything and changing the algorithms to influence better conversations or whatever the hell dumb shit they say. So my feed nowadays is like politics, uh, certain letter of the alphabet, anon posting, boomer memes, boomer liberal, anti-liberal memes, lewds, lewds. The magic beans have died down, unfortunately. I think the trend is over. I thought that about a game, ended up going mouse and trackball instead of dual stick. Mouse and trackball. Interesting. I need water. Provided I have the leather, I can make one more spear before I set out on my adventure. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I'm still debating on what game I actually want to play next. I kind of want... There's like a few that I kind of want to play. Um, hopefully a little less. So someone had mentioned at some point Frostpunk, and Frostpunk's an OG favorite of mine. So I also kind of wanted to... Ooh, potatoes. My island has gone full potato. Also kind of want to maybe do... what's it called? Fade to Silence. I don't know. I've got a few games in the old library. I might set up a poll, straw poll on Minds and see what people might enjoy watching me get frustrated playing. Although I will say this, man, if you don't think Mirror's Edge is frustrating, go ahead and play it. I dare you. I really want to like the game too. Like, in my mind, just because of the bad taste of all the AVGN clones, I feel like me being annoyed and angry at the parts of the game that were seriously the most frustrating, I feel like, I'm one of these assholes that's like, oh, old game bad. And it's no, it's more like old game was kind of bad for the time, and it hasn't really gotten any more charming with with age. got an idea. Alright, so I got spear, got my knife. Need to find my axe. Not the hammer, and the axe. Sometimes it falls back to the how, and it's not displaying properly. It's like cutting off the bottom of the message there. Oh well, I'm sure when the next message pops up I'll be able to read it, but just for right now it's cutting off the bottom of the message. Where is that axe? I didn't break it, did I? I don't think I did. Get a full steering wheel and pedals and some race games become fun. Yeah, I played through Gran Turismo, I believe it was A-Spec with the steering wheel and pedals. That game was a ton of fun. I feel like, unfortunately, the thing that sucks the most, though, is that, you know, steering wheels being mass-marketed toys, essentially. A lot of them aren't built for the rigors that you're going to be putting them through. Which is what I found out, me and my brother found out with A-Spec, because just the normal wear and tear you put on them. Like, I remember back in the day when Initial D was the thing, and like the steering wheels would always be just completely out of whack, because you'd see these kids come in and you'd watch how they play, and they just like were straight up abusing the wheels, is the way I'll put it. Whereas in most cases you would never have to do things the way they were doing them. Like, yeah. Who the hell is this axe? I just need the axe. Need the axe. Axe. Axe you a question? I think eventually I'd like to try the legendary of controller games. What was that? What was it called? Metal Battalion? Was that it? Mech Battalion? Metal Battalion? The legendary controller with like 8 million buttons. I want to buy one of those just to own it, just to have it and touch it. And dip my balls on it. You know what I think I realized? That is exactly what happened. When I made the plank station, it ate my axe. So I had to make a new axe. That's why I can't find it. 2 stone tools, lashing, piece of wood. I know I made one of those somewhere around here. Experiment with a 30-button mouse first. I don't know, going in blind sounds like it might be a hoot. Yes, I'm working on that. Thank you. So I need one lashing. I should have some around here somewhere. So I need leather. I don't have leather. I think I may have used up all the leather I had on the island. Unless I was hiding some in a container, I don't think I do have any left. Stone tool, leather. Dying of dehydration. Not fun. So, we will make water. And we will live. Good deal of arcade machines operate on ordinary PC inputs. Look too many being scrapped and parts available. Yeah, that kind of saddens me, thinking about the about the arcade machines being scrapped, particularly because some were designed poorly. I hear discussion about what is it, pole position, the way that the battery is designed. Essentially, when it bursts and begins leaking, it leaks directly onto the motherboard or some other important component. And yeah, that's the end of pole position. Talking about getting industrial grade. Oh, okay. Yeah, you could do that. That's pretty smart. Lung AIDS liquidation. We call it lung AIDS. that's the island right there. I remember the boat. Oh. Imagine having the battle zone tank controller. It folds down into your floor. Oh man. That would be fucking cool. That would be fucking cool. I admit, I'm not gonna lie. On that boat. Guess we'll have to find out. I think this is going to be a fun 4 years. I honestly do. Just the more I think about how absurd things have gotten, you can't help but laugh. Put all the controllers into a single box with a seat and a steam cage. Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking the fun stuff. Alright, now we're home. I'm home. You maniacs. You finally did it. You maniacs! You blow it up! Ah, damn you to hell! That's right, run, little bitch. I'm back for revenge. Fucking kill me a bunch in the beginning of the game because I was poisoned. It's not funny anymore, is it? Son of a bitch. Where's everybody else? Oh, you? Oh, you want some too? Come on, let's play. I know how to deal with you now. I'm no longer the island noob I once was. Yeah, can't turn around, can ya? This is my island. It's mine. What? You poisoned me again? Not again, asshole. I swore at the beginning of this game, in one of my very first streams, that when I was cured, I would return to this island and genocide everyone. I am making good on my promise. Oof, I need to get back and get hydrated though. Oop, 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 oop. Alright, we're gonna play now. We're gonna play now, little piggy. Get away from me, crab. I'm busy. I missed. I'm not supposed to miss. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? I thought you were tough. I thought you wanted to fight. Oh, are you kidding me? A fucking snake too? That's not good. He's got my spear stuck in him, you jerk. Alright, I'm gonna have to head directly back to the island after we kill this thing and get my spear back. Oof, maybe we won't even get that done. Do I have anything I can... No. Damn snake. Well, I made more than one spear, I just didn't bring them. Note to self, bring more than one spear. Or at least make a fucking bow and arrow if I'm gonna go this route. But as long as nothing attacks me, I have a solution. Okay, we're okay for now. All right. Let's get this bacon. I want my spear back, you jerk. Yeah, stay right there. I got something for you. Where are you going? I thought you wanted to play. That's right, biatch. Don't you shake your head at me.
Oh, gross.
Come on, get skinned already. We gotta go back. No room for meat in my backpack.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Alright, good enough. We're out of here. I'm gonna have to come back another day for that snake. I will have my revenge on this island. Oof. We are in bad shape. As long as we don't take any more damage, we should be okay. I should have just enough time to row back. If not, we've lost probably about a day or two's worth of work, because I don't remember when I last saved. Look. Get down in the water, you goof. If I was that hot, I'd be climbing on my stomach to stay in the water and cool off. Can't stay here for too long. I'm gonna die otherwise. Stop flipping over, you darn thing. I think we're good. Anyways, provided I make it back to the island safely, I'm gonna have to end the stream. It's been going for about an hour and a half, and I just wanted to get some thoughts out there before I had to get ready for work. So yeah, I'll probably be curing my poison, have some food and water, regenerate some health, and then be calling it a stream right here. Row fast, you dog. Row like your life depends on it. Because it does. I hear ya. I'm moving. Aha! Pre-planning pays off.
Well, we got pretty messed up, but we got revenge on some pigs and crabs. They had it coming. They deserved it. So yeah, I'll be wrapping it up here. Good to have you along for the ride. Ah, leather. They cut the fiber. Food and water. Alright. I still need a stone tool. I don't think I have any left. Oh well, that adventure will have to wait until next time. So I wonder if I can just use bandages to straight up. Oh. It looks like bleeding is strictly reserved for literal bleeding. So it's not a med kit. Hey, we're healthy, which means we're regenerating health. Excellent. All in all, not a bad expedition. Got some leather, got some revenge, got some meat. And that sounds like a fine deal to me. That's a good place to end it. So, yeah. I guess I will see everyone out there. Take her easy. Whatever you do. Gonna eat this cooked crab meat next time. Next time, baby.